Okay, everybody, this is my new challenge. It's the boring front wheel drive challenge. So, or FWD. I just put in this first box FWD challenge. The second box is your username. The third box is the name of your vehicle. And the rules goes as follows. Any year that you want. So, any year. And just click this like body type right here. Use sedan, use wagon, use hatchback, use a coupe, no SUV. So uncheck that box so you don't accidentally get any SUVs. Uncheck utility, which is a pickup truck. You can use minivans and vans and convertibles. So everything except for SUVs and trucks. Okay. No blue, yellow, or red warning lights. No engine stress. It must do 0 to 62 or 0 to 100 kilometers in under 10 seconds. So under 10 seconds. At least 90 miles per hour top speed, which later on I don't think anybody's going to have a problem after you find out what the rest of the rules are. At least 2 seats. No brake fade. No let it, low, or super. Used the regular, premium, and one above that. I forget what it's called. I believe I can show you real quick without showing too much, because I really don't want nobody to copy me. Yeah, regular, premium, super only. That's the only 3 you can use. A 3-way, you need a 3-way Cadillac converter. High flow, whatever it's called. High flow 3-way. At least 1 muffler. No open differential. The car must be front wheel drive only. It must be front engine only. On the engines, you can use inline 3, inline 4, inline 5, inline 6, V6, boxer 4, boxer 6. You can use V8, but there has to be 4.6 liters or under, and it has to be transverse. All the other engines from inline 3 up to from 3-cylinder to 6-cylinder does not have to be transverse. But if you use a V8, you have to have a transverse engine. Unless you can prove me wrong, unless you can show me a car that is front-wheel drive and has a V8 mounted longitudinal and bigger than 4.6 liters. If you want to use something bigger than 4.6 liters, I'll accept that if you can prove it to me. But you can't use Wikipedia, because Wikipedia, you can type that in yourself. Anybody with a keyboard can edit Wikipedia. I do know that the Cadillac, I forget what year it is, but it's one of the in the 2000s at least. But the Cadillac has a North Star V8. It's a 4.6 liter, I think, and it's mounted transversely. So if you can show me another car that with a V8 that's not mounted transverse, I'll allow that. That's front wheel drive. It has to be front wheel drive. And yeah, I guess the same thing goes with V10s and V12s too, and V16s. But try to be realistic. Try to keep it realistic. Something that somebody else has already tried. Okay. The cooling, I'll show you the cooling real quick. Cooling airflow has to be at least 50, not below 50, at least 50. Brake airflow, I don't care. You can leave it at 0 if you want to. Keep the car under $37,000. Let me see. Go to markets here. Yeah, on zero margin, keep it under $37,000 because you're making a car that competes with the Honda Civic Type R, which is front-wheel drive, and the Dodge Neon SRT4. You know, we're making, people are saying that front-wheel drive cars are boring, but we're going to try and make them not boring, you know. It's going to be fun and exciting. Okay, there's a horsepower restriction in limit of how low you can go. So the horsepower, or you can use whatever type of internals you want to on the engine. Just no carburetors. You can use turbos if you want to, or keep it naturally aspirated. But the horsepower must be between 300 to 350. The torque, foot-pounds of torque, must be between 300 and 400 foot-pounds of torque. Nothing over. See, let me show you my engine real quick. I got up pretty close to the maximum. I got 349 horsepower and 399 foot-pound torque. I mean, anything under 300 horsepower, it becomes not, you know, not high performance to me, you know. Same thing with the torque. You have to have ESC, electronic stability control, or ESC plus launch control. You can't use anything below that. I'll explain later because, well, if you get that much horsepower in real life, that's a lot of horsepower. And so I want ESC, even though I won't be using it, because, you know, it kind of messes up your time lapse. But I want to see it on there because, you know, it's for safety with that high horsepower. Okay, the reason why I don't want you to go over 350 horsepower and 400 foot-pound torque is because no one's ever made a car like that. And when you have so much horsepower and torque, you're driven to the front wheels. You're already asking the front wheels to do so much. And so that's why you don't see any 1,000 horsepower, 2,000 horsepower front-wheel drive vehicles. I guess because it breaks things easier that way. Because you're asking the front wheels to pull its own weight. You're asking the front wheels to turn. You're asking back wheels to go backwards, you know. You're asking a lot of the front wheels. The most powerful front-wheel drive car, it was a Lincoln. I forgot the name of it. But I think it had like 315 horsepower, 325 horsepower. Yeah, it was 325 horsepower with, I think, 380 foot-pounds of torque. So I'm allowing you up to 400 pounds of torque, and I'm allowing you up to 350 horsepower for this challenge. I got another page. At least standard interior, and at least basic infotainment. You got to have power steering, and at least basic 2000s in the safety. So 22 rules. That's more than usual, but yeah, I'm really proud of everybody in the last challenge. I'm about to start recording it now after I finish uploading this one up to YouTube. Only one person broke the rules. He broke one rule, and I fixed it for him real quick. It's just brake fade. And he was 10. He's 10 years old. So everybody done really good on the last challenge, the daughter car challenge. Everybody done really well. I don't believe I had to touch anybody else's right after that, you know. So yeah. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoy this challenge, everybody.